Hello everyone, and welcome to the Little Blue Fly. In today's video, I would like to share with all of you how I decided to decorate my staircase in the entry/foyer area here at the cottage. I was inspired by my front door wreath, and that is the previous video. But again, I was inspired so much by my wreath that I decided to continue on with my staircase. So we will be using something very interesting today for our ribbon. I will link it in my description box. Description box is next to the title of my video. Press the arrow down and scroll down and it will take you to my Amazon storefront where this runner can be purchased. And as always, if you enjoy my video, please leave a like. It really does help with the algorithm. And if you have not already subscribed, I invite you to do so. So that being said, let's begin, shall we? Okay, so we are going to start things off with these pine garlands that I purchased from the Flower Gallery in Manassas. I love working with these because they have such a natural look and feel to them. They don't get all flattened out like, you know, many of the other Christmas garlands out there. It really holds shape and form very well. And the green is just a gorgeous color as well. Now, one thing about these, though, they surely like to shed, and you will see that all over. But no worries. If you notice, I have my duster over to the side that I will be using quite frequently as I am decorating here. So I just let a few pieces swag down, and then I just wanted some natural other branches just to basically, you know, do like a free fall type of hang. No scalloping, it's just going straight down. And right in the center, I decided to place this wreath that I'm almost positive was purchased from the Flower Gallery as well. It's very thick and full and lush with all of this pine. Okay, so I just went ahead, placed it up right in the middle. Now on my staircase, I basically just use a ribbon to tie my garland around. Another really great idea is to use those long pipe cleaners because we really don't want to scratch our handrails up, right? But because I don't have any of those, I am using ribbon. And again, I'm pointing to my duster on the side because this just really sheds as one decorates with these. I went ahead and added in some twinkle lights. Now, when I work with my lights, you'll see some of the cording coming out, but I do my best to cover that up because I personally don't like for all the wires to display. Okay, so up at the top, I added a couple very large pine cones. Many of you might be fortunate enough to go out on your land and find these. I am not. So I had to go and purchase mine from Hobby Lobby. And I will be using some of this wire. I will share with you how I wrap it around my pine cone to hang them. How I prep them for hanging. So I basically just wrap it around. And then I take the two ends and I just twist them. And then what I will do is pull out the wire and add the second pine cone. I will lower it though a little bit. And just do the same process. Just wrap the wire around. Okay, now I have this garland. Oh gosh, so many places sell this. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, TJ Maxx, just so many. Well, I'm going to now turn this into a scrap garland because I need some of the little pine cones off of this. Excuse me. So you will see at the end of all of the little pine cones, there's this little wire piece, and that is great. Okay, so here's the little wire, and basically that little piece, I will just wrap it around one of these pine branches. Now, to make sure that I don't cut into my other pine cone garland, what I like to do is just get a piece of tape or a tag. I'm just going to use my painter's tape and just wrap it around the jute string to let me know, hey Bev, this is one that you can take from. This is your scrap garland. Okay, so not quite sure how I want to work these yet. Definitely not that way. Again, just take that little wire and wrap it around your pine. I believe ultimately I decided to tuck it underneath between the two pine cones, but right now I need to lengthen this wire because it's just not quite long enough. So I just get a piece of my wire and just start wrapping it around the one that's already in place. And here we have it, a longer wire. I'm really fussing with these pine cones. I apologize for that. I just cannot make up my mind. I think many of us do that when we decorate. We change our minds so many different times till we finally figure out which way we want it to go. Okay, pine cones at top, just a few here on the wreath and a couple sets down below. Pine cones done. Okay, now we are moving on to the magnolia leaves. Now, these right here, they are faux, of course, and they do have the little buds, bud tips to them, which I really like. Now I was driving around town a little bit, and with my shears, I was going to cut some magnolia, but then I thought, I don't know. I really don't feel like getting in trouble. I don't know what the rules and laws are for going on the side of the road and cutting pieces of magnolia are here. So I went ahead and purchased these from Merrifield Garden. I wanted to share the name. It is from the company, Windward. And then I'm going to turn it around. I try my best to, give all of you some guidance here. Green magnolia leaf, 41 inches long. And then there's the number up at top, 95078. Just in case any of you want to go out there onto the internet and try to find those magnolias. This right here, I made sure these are going to sell out fast, okay? This is something that I have, I did share during fall how I used a table runner in my tree. Now I am going to share another way to use table runners, and that is in your garlands. It's fabulous. It's one piece. You don't have all these different ribbon pieces to work with. I just dropped that. Blooper. Anyways, it's a great way to cover a large area without all of the fuss. This will be linked in down below in my description box. I have to make sure, I'm going to take a moment here to iron out all of these different creases from packaging, because that's important. And it is the perfect olive green color for this garland. We are about to work magic with these runners, okay? I'm just using 2 today. Okay, so I pressed out the majority of the creases. And what we're going to do is just, sorry that my arm is just all right there. But anyhow, we are just going to work it like a ribbon. You take one piece, like bunny ears, almost like when we were first learning to tie our shoes. Twist. And then flip it over. If you want it shorter, well, then just pull back on the ribbon. So these are very large, just bunny ear folds. And I will be making 3 of them. Make sure to twist. And then make one of your ears and grab it. And then we're just going to take some wire like we would a ribbon, and we're going to tie things up. So always make sure to gather your ribbon as much as you can, as tight as you can, and then tighten it up. Now I'm just simply going to place it inside of the wreath. This is really a great hack right here. Okay, so we have the 3 ribbons. The 3 bows. Then with the shorter piece, what's great about working with pine is the more we have, the easier this satin just pushes right in between all of the different pine branches. Of course, I will work with that a little bit more. And then this one will actually go up onto the garland. Okay, so these, I have a huge crush on these berries this year. They are by the windward. I will also share the name as well. I did purchase these from Merrifield Garden. Rose Hip Pick, 12 inches. Love them. The perfect green for this arrangement. Small berries and larger berries. I have the different purple colors. There are some yellows in here, the variegated greens. I love plum with green. They complement each other so well. And these are just going to be super simple to work with as well. I placed some of the magnolia leaves up at top on the wreath. And now I'm just going to tuck some berries down below, right in front of the magnolia. And it's just that simple. You work this with any type of greenery, any type of berries. I'm just really into the greens this Christmas, keeping things very nature look and feel for sure in my foyer area. Okay, so on top of all of the pine cones, I placed the green berries. And then I also placed another table runner up front, and then had it go along the garland as well. Just little pieces here and there. I did not want the satin to cover the whole garland. Okay, now as much as I hated to do this, we have to do what we have to do. I actually broke apart a few pieces from a berry cluster because I didn't want just on the smaller garland pieces. I just wanted to add a simple touch of berries. And then, ooh, look, the chandelier. I just love the chandelier in the entryway. Anyways, these magnolias are single leaf. I did purchase these from Merrifield Garden, and they have a really nice natural look to them. We have some of the aging brown. I mean, these really look close to the real deal. And what I will be doing is just taking single leaves and just plucking them all into the garlands and around the wreath, and to fill things up, just to add a little bit more depth. Now, unfortunately, I do not have a name because a name was not on the box other than Merrifield Garden. But I do have, I know it is a box, I believe, of 30, 25 or 30. And I believe I flashed the price here in a minute, $29.99. That's, but it's magnolia, right? Magnolia's always a little bit more costly. Okay, so I just placed in, and I will take you in for, of course, always the closer look, but I just tucked in single leaves all over. And then I decided to use some of my berries. Now, these can be purchased from Hobby Lobby, and it comes quite a large bundle. I think you can get like almost 15 off of one. And I just clip them down at the bottom, and I'm going to just tuck them in around the wreath and in the garland. So whatever way the garland is going, that is basically the shape that my stem will take. Now, I'm right here. I'm trying really hard, everyone. I mean, I'm trying hard to get the pine to come through the berries, you know, because I like them all to mix and mingle, right? Well, I had berries in my hand and it just wasn't working. That's all I can say. But you'll see, we will come back and all the berries will be mixed in. So again, whatever way my garland is going, that is the way I will bend my stem. And then always make sure to wrap your florals in greeneries. Now I'm loving this, everyone. I'm loving all of the greens, the different textures. We have some plum, soft touches of plum, the green satin. Now we are going to add in some matte gold colored Christmas bulbs. They are by Regency. Let me show the back. Matte stem ball. A bunch of 6 gold. So maybe you can find them out there. I did purchase these from Merrifield Garden.